Alright, here is my patch explanation for my most recent patch, exploring a little deeper into maths that I just got. So this is only using these guys and not using my mini brute down here at all, which is kind of another neat exploration for me in this. So I've got basically two different things happening here. The main one is this one here. Let me flip on the cycle for each of these. So in this we have this kind of echo effect that's coming from maths. There is some reverb on this channel as well through Ableton. But the echoing stuff is happening with maths in an explanation I found on that I just found on YouTube. So the way that it is working is channel 1 and channel 4 are both set to cycle. Channel 1's a lot quicker of one than 4 is, and then in the mix I've got 1 turned up and then 2 turned down with nothing plugged into it, just basically to offset the volume of 1, and then 4 is cranked up as well on this slower wave. So basically you get these quick waves and then that is all summed together to be the input into my VCA of my audio coming from Plaits. So this is the main output of Plaits coming in here, and then that's just going out to my headphone out that gets to one of the channels in the computer. So again, this echo is pretty much coming here from maths. There's a tiny bit of delay happening here on the high end things that I have set up as a send, and some reverb on that channel, but that's the main thing here. So the end of cycle is another thing that's happening here. The end of cycle of channel 4 is being multed and sent to channel 1 as well, just to sync it, but also is being sent to my Varigate as my clock in. And channel 1 here is going to my volts per octave on my Plaits. So what you see here, I just kind of assigned random pitches to this and have the sequence mode be completely random. So it's just hopping around between random notes as it goes through this and sending that to Plaits. While we are at this, I'll explain the other Varigate things here before I talk about my other audio channel here. So channel 2 here is a lot slower one, and then it is I think a full 8 channels, and all of these ones I have set to like 0, and then these last ones bump up, and then I have that going out to my both inputs here of math. So right now you can hear the steady that steady echo speed, but then as I get on these later channels here, those echoes speed up to its fastest one being this last one here. And then it's back to the slower echoes that come through. And then finally channel 3 here is again another slowly sequence through. I think this one's only got 5 steps though. And this one right here, I believe step 2 I have set as a really high value with a lot of glide on it. So I turned up the glide on this guy and the note on that one. So it's the pitches are going up, but that's not to the regular pitches, that's to the harmonics here. And this is set on the 2 classic waveforms. So sounds kind of interesting. And then it drops back down, and again have the glide turned all the way up so it slides between those really easily and interestingly. So that's what's happening all in into the left channel of my headphone out, which is not just going to the left ear, but is one of my 2 channels in on Ableton. The other one is coming from the aux out of Plaits, and then instead of being controlled by the sum, which is this kind of echoey sound, this is controlled by the or. So the or is taking the highest value of all these guys. So it's kind of constantly getting these quick waves that are always going of channel 1. And then if channel 4 is hitting a wave, it also gets that. So let's have a listen to hear what that sounds like by itself. Sounds like this. So this one's kind of more always going. When 4 is being kicked, it's holding notes longer. When 4 is down a little lower, if I turn 4 down, you can hear it's just, this is just what channel 1's wave sounds like. And you'll hear channel 1 speeding up when we get down to these later steps of the sequencer. And you can hear the pitch changing of the harmonic. And then as I introduce this 4 back in, kind of holds the notes at the beginning because it's taking the highest values. And that one I've just got a little bit of a phaser and another reverb on that one as well. So these two channels together then in Audacity are going like this. So there you go. The only other things I have going on here is I have what do I have here? The slow wave, also connected a little bit to a timbre shift here, and then the quicker wave controlling a little bit of my morph as well, just to change the sounds a little bit as those are going through. So there you go, a little different from my other things that I've made, but I really enjoyed exploring Maths and seeing what I could do with just my actual modules up here, and not relying on the beast that is the 2S as well. So hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions.